If you have any desire whatsoever to work remotely, whether it be from home, from a beach, from your car, from the road, anywhere you can really imagine, you're going to want a tool such as Zoom to be able to collaborate with your team, to be able to record training videos and such, and so many other options. Now, there are different tools out there, but my personal favorite is Zoom, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite features today, as well as just some basic setup. Welcome to Earn with Nicole, where we share with you the tips, tricks, and tools to be able to share your link in order to promote your business. Don't have a link to share? We can help you with that too. If you haven't already joined our team, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can join along with us, collaborate, and see our upcoming videos. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and dive in. So when you go to zoom.com, this is the screen it's going to bring you to. So you can obviously take time to take a look around and see what you want to see. But we're just going to take a quick peek into the plans and pricing. For a small business and for what I like to do, pretty much everything I need to do is involved in the basic free plan. There are things I might consider upgrading in a bit, like for example, 40 minutes per meeting might be a little short. 100 attendees. As you grow, you might consider investing in a higher level membership. But I will also include a link down below this video where you have options to save money on the Zoom membership as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to just click on sign up for free. Okay, so it wants me to verify my age, but you know what? Lady never reveals her age. So I'm just going to put in a random number. This is not my age, by the way. We're just going to hit continue. And we're going to enter the email address that you want to use. So I'm just going to use, let's see, and then just hit continue to agree. And it's going to send me a verification code. So I'm just going to check my email. I'm going to enter the code and I'm going to click verify. So just bear with me here for a moment. And we're in. And we're going to create your first name. This is a second account, so I'm just going to put my initials in here. And we're going to give it a password. Okay, so we're just going to hit continue there. Okay. I'm going to save that. So now that you're in, we're just going to get started, and you need to download the Zoom client to your computer. So you just want to click download now. It'll bring you to this screen. Again, hit download. And then once it's done at the top right corner here, if you click on this, it's going to install the Zoom desktop client. Now I already have it installed, so I don't need to do that, but it will take a few minutes. And then once it's done, it's going to take you to the following screen. Okay, so we also want to test your check your audio and video. So we're just going to go ahead and launch a test there, and you can join a test meeting right here. So we're going to go ahead and join that, and now it's going to ask you if you see yourself, and yes I do. Hey, so we can say yes. If you don't see yourself, maybe you have another camera installed, so if that's not right you can say no, try another camera. But yes, we can see ourselves. We can hear that tone, so that's great. Or if you have other speakers installed, try another speaker, but yes we can. And I just heard myself talk, so yes we can there. So we're just going to end this test, and we're set up and ready to go with that. Okay, so now we're in. We've tested everything. Speaker works, microphone works, and the video works, obviously. So let's just scan through these left menus here. So you can go through, you can check your profile. You can upload a profile picture. You can set different information, time zone, just all this stuff. We're not going to go into any of that. If you want to go into more of that at a later video, just let me know. And I can certainly do that for you. Let's see what else we got. So you can set up some contact. You can import them all, or you can add them all one individually. You can use whiteboards. Under the free plan, you can use up to 3 whiteboards. So if you're doing it, like, for example, let's have a team competition of some sort. So we're going to pull this up. Or maybe you just want to use one for a rousing game of Pictionary. So here's one that I kind of just started earlier. There's Joe's team. So you can edit it as you go. You can use it. You can change the shape of the box. Sure, let's do a circle. And you know what? I won this one. I always win this one. So everybody can see that from there. So you can go back on those the different whiteboards that you've used in the previous. You can see your previous recordings. You can record them to the clouds, paid subscription. So another feature you might want to think about in the future. So these are some of the recordings that I have done previously. Oh, there's different settings in here. Lots and lots of different settings. Again, a little more detail than we're going to go through today. If you want to schedule meetings, you can add them in here. You can invite your contacts, create a schedule, all sorts of different things with that. So there's the basic setup and the rundown of that. So now let's go into some of the fun features, or the ones that I consider fun features. For me, the reason I use Zoom is mostly for recording my videos to use at a later date, but it is very helpful to collaborate with people. I also really like to, if I have a teammate that's kind of struggling with something, we can both hop on and we can kind of walk through it. I can share my screen, they can share their screen, and we can go through things step by step. So it's really helpful for stuff like that too. But for me, mostly I use it for recording my videos, and I'm going to show you why in just a moment here.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and launch a meeting. I am recording this section from my phone because when you share your screen, there are certain things and controls that your users can't see that you're using. So I want you to be able to see that so we can talk about it. So let's go ahead and host with our video on. If you don't want to show your face, you can have the video off and just use it as for screen sharing purposes, but we're going to go with video on and we're connecting. Okay, so now we're in. You can see this menu at the bottom, and this is what we really want to talk about. So I'm just going to maximize the screen. Okay, so here's all your options. So let's let's go left to right. So here's your mute button. If you click on this up arrow, it takes you into the menu. And now you can see this. So there's different microphones you can use if you want to use a fancy microphone. This is where you would hook it up. If you want a different speaker, again, same thing. If you need to test your speaker and microphone. All right. So now you can also stop your video. If you don't want people to see you, you can go ahead and stop your video and they're just going to see your profile picture. But again, defeats the purpose, so we're just going to go back to that. Now there's also options in here, and this is some of the fun part that I really like. So you can blur your background from here, which is one of my favorites, because let's face it, I don't want to have to clean my house every time I'm recording a video and, showing people something step by step. So that's one of my favorite features. Plus, it might get a little boring. I do a lot of my recordings in my car, so that's not very interesting. Blur your background. You can choose a virtual background. So if you want to pretend you're on the beach, let's go to the beach. And here we go. So now we're on the beach. Yay, hi. I know it's pretty obviously that you're not actually, but again, so you don't have to clean your house. That's my takeaway. So there's also filters you can use. Studio effects is another fun one. So if you want to add some eyebrows, if you want to give yourself a beard and a mustache, let's give myself a little beard and a mustache. Yeah, not really rocking it. But anyway, so you get the idea. You can go in and play with all of this stuff. And there's tons of different options that you can go into. Again, you can play with it at another time if we so choose to. I'd love to hear some of your favorites, though. If you have some favorites that you really like, by all means, let's share it. This is about collaboration. There is some other fun stuff. Background again. Oh, you can give yourself a border. That's kind of fun. I can give myself some shades if I want. I can be the graduate my mom always wanted me to be. Yay! Anyway, I digress. So let's go back so there's some recording options, profile option, again, tons and tons of stuff. So let's move on. We could be here forever. Oh, apparently I'm going to remain a graduate. All right. Participants. So let's take a look at that. So you can invite different participants. Right now there's only one, so it's just me. So just the one participant. But if I wanted to invite more, I just click on that. I can go into my contacts, or I can just type an email and send invites to people who I want to join the meeting. So if I was, say, helping a teammate with something, I might type in their email, invite them to the meeting, and then they can link up. Chat features are all here. So if you do have a group of people, and mostly if the mics are muted, then you can see the chat here. It will also appear in your recording. So let's see. Here's the share screen options. So this is where, obviously, if you're collaborating with people, or if you want to show somebody step by step. So this is taking me to my my share screen, and this is the menu that other people aren't going to see. If I want to show somebody 6 basic stitches for sewing by hand, I can pop in here. Now they can see my screen. Of course, they can't see these options that I'm showing you with that, but they can see the screen and they'll be able to see me in the corner of that, which I can also move around depending on what's behind here. So that's kind of fun. You've got your sharing options. You can go into advanced. Again, we're not going to do that. So you can also pause your sharing. We can make notes. You can collaborate, etc., etc. And then we've got more options here. So this is where if you want to record your Zoom meeting, you're going to record it here. So we're just going to go ahead and hit record. So now it's recording. It's going to record a little file. You can pause the recording. You can stop the recording. You can add caption. Now, if you have everybody else muted in the meeting, this is where you can have like people raising their hand. So if you want to hear if somebody's raising your hand, you can play a chime for that. You can hide controls, share sounds, meeting info, so much stuff in there.
Recording stopped.
All right, so that's that. So I did stop the recording. So now what's going to happen is when I end the meeting, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. Stop my screen sharing. Back to the hat. That's so fun. So now with the recording, I've stopped it, but when I go to end the meeting down at the bottom corner here and end it for all, I can just leave the meeting and leave everybody else. So assuming there's other people involved, I can leave everybody else to chat amongst themselves, if you will. So, but I'm going to end the meeting for everyone. And now what it's going to do, it's going to convert my meeting recording. So now it's going to convert it to a file and it's going to save into my documents. So now I can go through and with my video editor, I can edit my video. This is another fun tool that we will be going through in the next video. I will show you how I edited this video. And so make sure if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe.
So that's it. That is Zoom in a nutshell. Again, there are so many features that we didn't even touch on, but everybody's needs are different. So depending on what you need, you may want to upgrade. There is one feature that I've found that I probably will upgrade. I haven't yet, but I probably will. And that is just a small limitation when you're using it on your phone. And you can use it on your phone, which is fantastic. However, you can't use the record meeting feature when you're recording on your phone. And again, so if I'm in my car, that is something that I really like to have. So I can blur my background while I'm in my car. So instead of just using my camera phone, I can still use Zoom to blur my background and record my video. All right, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope it was informative. Please comment. Let me know if I got something wrong, especially so I can correct it. But if you have favorite features that you really like, I really want to hear about them too, because it's a learning curve for me too. It's a collaboration. We're all a team. Let's learn together. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you click that subscribe button. It will give you an option to save on your Zoom membership. So that is a very nice feature of that. And it also gives you a possible business opportunity. So if you don't have a link to share, there's something to help with that. All right. So next video is going to be editing this video. So I look forward to seeing you there. Talk to you soon.